Tensions also seem to be growing in the West Bank, the other Palestinian territory that borders Jordan. Since the Hamas attacks on October 7th, 95 Palestinians in the West Bank have reportedly been killed in clashes with Israeli troops, and some with Israeli settlers. Another 1,250 have been arrested. The Israeli government says they are going after terror targets and cells there. NewsHour special correspondent Layla Molana Allen was in the West Bank city of Jenin and has this report.
The occupied West Bank, long scarred by sporadic clashes between Israeli soldiers and Palestinian fighters in displacement camps, and between Israeli settlers and Palestinian farmers. In response, Israeli authorities enforce harsh restrictions until calm is restored. But since the October 7th Hamas attacks, Israel has made clear the gloves are off, with increasingly violent raids and clashes spreading across the West Bank daily. And now, a rare sight in the West Bank and a major escalation: Israeli airstrikes.
This weekend, the IDF struck this mosque in Jenin camp with an airstrike. 2 people were killed. Israeli authorities say underneath it is a compound being used by Hamas and Islamic Jihad to plan attacks.
Worshippers here deny that. This man is under suspicion from security forces, so we've hidden his face. But he says he's simply trying to protect his community.
They are liars. There used to be a tunnel here, but they already bombed that months ago. They bombed the place where the children make their paintings because there is no other place in the camp for children to play.
He says the psychological impact of using such a weapon in the densely populated camp, which the UN says is home to 24,000 people, has been devastating. And many here fear worse to come. Across the West Bank, the Israel Defense Forces are cracking down, aiming to kill or arrest every possible accomplice of militant groups they're fighting in Gaza. This morning in the town of Jabba, they caught a man they've long hunted.
The special forces came and they opened fire, and they called over the loudspeakers, "Yahya Fakuri, come out or we will demolish your house over your head."
34-year-old Yahya had been hiding from the IDF for 6 months, but went out to visit his family today. They say an informant turned him in.
He is a leader in Islamic Jihad and is wanted by the Israelis. They wanted to catch him. They had a spy with them who was covering his face when they came to search the house.
After they arrested him, soldiers found weapons including M16s stashed away. His aunt says the family is traumatized from the raid, but she still supports the men they call resistance fighters in their community, who she believes fight for all Palestinians.
We feared for ourselves and for the neighbors. Now they are bombing in Gaza, and they may do the same in the West Bank. We are all with the Islamic resistance, and we are all united.
But some here say, as Israel tracks down wanted terror suspects, innocent civilians, many of them children, are bearing the brunt of these increasingly hostile raids. Ali Hamour came out of his house this morning when ordered to, but the shooting started anyway.
My daughter and I were sleeping down by the window, and they shot at us. He didn't do anything.
There are bullet holes all over the doors and walls of the house, and it was 6 o'clock in the morning when Israeli soldiers started firing through this window where the kids were.
Ali was imprisoned for 7 years as a teenager after slinging rocks at IDF soldiers. But Salsabil says he's stayed out of trouble since they married 8 years ago. But this morning, they came for him.
He didn't do anything. I don't know why they want to arrest my husband. My little girl saw her father being beaten, and she called out for her daddy.
Yaba, Yaba.
Ali's father asks his grandson, 5-year-old Adam, to show us what the soldiers told him to do when they arrested his dad and searched the house. Put your hands in the air. Left to look after 3 kids under 7, she doesn't know how she'll cope without her husband.
I'm afraid for my children, and I'm afraid of the world. Can't you see what they're doing to us?
As the strikes on Gaza intensify and Israel prepares for a ground invasion, Palestinians across the West Bank say they feel constantly under suspicion. Trapped inside their towns and villages by an increasingly strict curfew, they can do little more than watch, wait, and worry what comes next. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm Layla Milana Allen in Jabaa, the West Bank.